Okay, we're gonna make symmetrical butterflies. Fold your paper in half to start, and then use black paint to make 1/2 of a butterfly's body. So the 3 different parts, the head, and then the abdomen below. Then fold your paper in half, and it will double. Now mine has a little gap in the middle. I don't really like that. So I'm gonna take my paint and fill in. Then I'm going to make a diagonal line that goes from the body almost to the edge of the paper. Then fold and press. You need to work fairly quickly with this, or otherwise the paint will dry. Now I want to make a horizontal line about halfway down his body, and it's going to go close to the edge of the paper, but not quite. Then fold and press. When I open it, it doubles. Now I'm going to make a wavy line that connects those 2 lines I just made. Again, I'm going to fold it, press it, and voila! Now I'm going to go to the bottom and make a diagonal line. This is the bottom of the bottom wing. Pressing, and there we go. Now I'm going to make a wavy line that connects my bottom wing to my top wing. The next step is to add designs. I'm gonna make a parallel line. Oop, just kidding. I wanted to make a little antenna there. Now I'm gonna make a parallel line that follows the edge of my wing and then some lines that intersect it. Pressing, and then open it up. It's okay if yours fill in black. That's not a big deal. We'll add chalk later. So I'm making a line that's parallel to the side of the wing, and then I'm making lines that cross that. Folding, press, and open. Now I'm just gonna make some of those little veins that we see on butterflies. So just really thin, wavy-ish lines on the wings. And open, and now to the bottom. Once I'm done with this needs to dry before our next step. So we'll put it onto the drying rack and come back to it with chalk. Now we're going to use chalk to add color to our butterflies. When you use chalk, you want to use one color to fill an area and then blend it with a finger, massage, in that area. You don't want to blend all over your paper. If you do that, you will wind up with a brown, ugly, yucky, mucky mess of, well, not even color anymore. It'll just be brown and gross. So make sure that you're not blending all the colors. You're just blending it to make it smooth in that area. Now we are making our butterflies symmetrical. So anything I do on one side, I'm also going to do on the other. So I'm making each of those little areas orange on the side of his wings. And so I'm doing it on the opposite side also. And again, I'm only blending that orange within that area. I'm not blending it all over my paper. I think I'll make some more orange areas. This is a monarch butterfly. They're really pretty butterflies that have oranges and yellows all over. Maybe some orange on the bottom here. Again, symmetry, same. I think I'm going to use kind of a reddish orange to fill in some of my areas. And you can see that I'm using my finger to blend only in that area. I'm not blending all over my paper. And he is colored. Now I'm ready to move on to the background. In the background, I'm going to use watercolor paint. You need to start by waking up your paint by adding water and swirling in that color. We're going to make spirals in our background, and we're going to use cool colors. The cool colors are blue, green, and purple. You can tell that the last person to use my paint set didn't really do a great job cleaning their brush because that doesn't look like the pretty bluish green it's supposed to be. So to make that spiral, I'm using a circle, and then I'm kind of tracing that circle around inside. My paintbrush is like a ballerina. He is dancing on tippy toes. If you make a wide line, you'll know that your ballerina, your paintbrush, is not dancing on his tiptoes. You'll want to make sure that only the tip of the paintbrush is touching the paper. This keeps the paintbrush nice, but it also prevents your paper from ripping. Remember, nobody wants to go to the booty scootin' ballet. So keep that paintbrush up on his or her tiptoes as he dances in spirals. Now I'm going to cut out my beautiful butterfly. I'm making sure that I go very nicely around the edges, being especially careful around the antennas. I'm using my hand that's not holding the scissors, the one that's holding the paper, to do all the steering. I'm turning and rotating my paper as I'm opening and closing my hand on the other side to operate the scissors. It's like teamwork between my hands. One's in charge of the scissors, one is in charge of the paper. Now I'm ready for gluing. I'm going to take my beautiful butterfly, trace around the outside edges with glue. Just a dot all around the edges as opposed to a glob in the middle. Then I'm going to press that baby down, flip my paper over, massage, massage, massage. And my butterfly is finished. It's glued down to my paper and it's very symmetrical.